I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Whew. Got interrupted by my trash alarm. Had to take out the trash. Speaking of trash, the members that form Metallica include James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, however you pronounce his name. He's Danish, I don't care. And Dave Mustaine. However, Dave Mustaine was kicked out very early, even before Metallica's first album. Without warning, with no second chances for his alcoholism. But it's kind of a shitty reason when you think about it, because all of them were alcoholics back then. But Dave did apparently do a Yukido-kan karate move on James for drop kicking Dave's dog that was on James's car. And he also believes that the final straw for kicking him out was crashing the truck that he was driving on a patch of black ice at nighttime. So, yeah, he got kicked out, and he said, hey, don't use my music. And guess what they did? They used his music. Dave Mustaine wrote a majority of the riffs and all the solos on Kill 'Em All, and some riffs for Live the Lightning and Master Puppets. I just said Live the Lightning. But they kicked him out and used his music anyway. So what did he do?
I got it. I'm going to make a band that's more metal than Metallica.
So here are the rules. Every album will have a total possible point count equal to the total minutes of the album. Each song is worth a number of points that it is minutes long. For each song I don't like, the number of points will be subtracted from the album's point total. I will be rounding to the nearest minute, so any second integer 30 or above will be rounded up, and any integer below 30 will be rounded down. The tier list will function as follows. F tier, 0.0% points, and I hate the album. E tier, 0 to 19 points, but it has some redeemable overall qualities. D tier is 20 to 39% points. C tier is 40 to 59% points. B tier is 60 to 79% points. A tier is 80 to 100% points. And it has some flaws that hold it back from being S tier, which is 100% points, and it is perfect, and I love it. Alright, now let's get down to business. Killing is my business, and business is good. Last Rites love to death. The piano intro is beautiful. The extremely long whoa is great. And the riffs is aggressive, and the song is all around bonkers. Killing is my business, and my business is good. The riff is... Golly gee, wind, calm down. The riff is a straight-up groover, and then it speeds up. Another great song. The Skull Beneath the Skin is another good song. Rattlehead, another iconic song. Chosen Ones is another great song with a groover of a riff. Probably my favorite on this album. Looking Down the Cross is a pretty cool song. It has some cool parts in it. Mechanics. This is just Four Horsemen, but faster and with car part, like mechanic-themed sexual innuendos. He wrote this song before he joined Metallica. Dave Mustaine didn't copy the Four Horsemen. Metallica copied Mechanics. These boots. What the actual fuck is wrong with this song? All of the lyrics are censored, and I can't tell if it was on purpose or not, because it makes the song near unbearable to listen to, with non-stop bleeping. And yeah, there's a remastered version that's uncensored, but it has 57-year-old Dave Mustaine singing new lyrics sounding like Lemmy Kilmister on acid. Kilmister? Whatever. He's probably Danish too. And there's also an uncensored version, but it doesn't count because it's not on the album. And to be honest, it's not really that good of a song to begin with. 4 points subtracted. Ooh, Jacob doesn't like these boots. Ooh, I'm sorry. I don't like beeping in my ears every 5 seconds. This album is great, but by no means perfect. There's still some songs I come back to, but I rarely ever listen to the whole thing front to back. 31 minus 4 equals 27. 27 out of 31 points. That's 87% points. A tier.
Welcome to Generation Records. Can I help you?
Yeah, you guys carry this crap here?
What's the matter? You don't like Megadeth?
I don't think anybody does.
Well, that was the mega wrong answer, pal.
Beast sells, but who's buying? This is the start of Megadeth songs having very unorthodox structures. Rather than verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, like every single big Metallica song has a very distinguished chorus. They don't really have verses and choruses. It just goes from point A to point B. It has verse number 1, verse number 2, chorus, 10 solos. Wake Up Dead is a classic that's kind of... These lines under my words, because, kinda is not a real word, but you don't need to put a red line under everything I say. Verses is not a word. Oh, I said virus. Oh, I tried to say verse. Wow. Okay. Well, I was typing this fast. Wake Up Dead. It's a classic that kind of has goofy lyrics, but the riffs are awesome. The Conjuring. The Conjuring is a great song with more great riffs and has a good transition. This is one of my favorites. Hooray! Peace Sells is both comedic and just another great song. Devil's Island is another one of my favorites. It's just a great fun song. Good Morning Black Friday is another one that has a great riff. It starts out slow and then has a crazy change up into the second part of the song. Bad Omen also starts up slow, but the riff is crazy. I Ain't Superstitious is a fun song, good cover. I forget who covered it, I didn't put it in my notes, so I don't care. My Last Words is another great song with all that which makes a song from this album amazing. Summary. This album is loaded with great ballads, great riffs, interesting song structures, and sometimes comedic lyrics. Every reason metalheads love Megadeth is in this album. 36 out of 36 points, 100% points. There are no flaws. S tier.
Però abbiamo ancora qualche secondo e volevo chiedere qualcosa. Today is like the anniversary of the death of Kurt Cobain. Do you feel like saying something or?
He was a good aim.
Dice sì, era sicuramente una good aim, brava persona, però forse?
I have nothing to say about him.
Dice infatti non ho molto da dire su di lui. C'è una telefonata, pronto? Pronto?
Stefano.
Sì.
Ciao Stefano, ciao. Senti,
Ciao.
volevo chiedere a Dave Mustaine
Sì.
il significato della foto che c'è dietro all'ultima pagina del libretto del CD Youthanasia.
Ok.
So far, so good. So what? Into the Lungs of Hell. Great instrumental introduction to the album. Set the World Afire. Great intro and great song. Anarchy in the UK. It's a fine cover, but I don't love it, but I don't hate it. You know, it's fun, but it's not my kind of jam, you know what I'm saying? Mary Jane. The intro is epic, and halfway through the song, there's a change up that is awesome. 502. This is like Megadeth's first I Go Fast in Car song. The intro is awesome and the chorus is catchy. I love this song. In My Darkest Hour. This is the masterpiece of the album. The intro is very well composed. The different sections of the song make it feel very dense and flavorful. It ends the way it started. Great song. Liar is a cool song with a nice riff. Hook in Mouth has a great verse riff, but the best part is the chaotic classical music sounding riff right after My Kingdom Will Come. If you know the song, you know which part I'm talking about. I cannot play this on guitar because just go listen to it. I can't play it. I can't play the clip because of copyright reasons. But anyway, a lot of people basically say this album is mid. I don't think it's a flawless masterpiece, but every song on here is enjoyable. In fact, the only reason I'm not putting it in S tier is because of Anarchy in the UK. Although I can find enjoyment out of it, it's not my jam. Oh my god, I didn't even know I put that in my notes, and I said it previously. That's hilarious. 34 out of 34 points, 100%. I don't love Anarchy in the UK, A tier.
Games, a lot of fun.
What's that?
Well, this set's Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. In case we ever need a real mind-blowing guitar shred, we have Dave here. Thanks, Dave.
Just doing my job.
All right, we're walking.
Rust in Peace. Rust in Peace. Everybody's favorite. Holy Wars, the punishment due. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. Get in there. Great intro to the album. A great song about how religion can lead to war and the Punisher from Marvel. Yeah, this song is like two different songs stuck together. The first part is Holy Wars about Holy Wars, and the second part is just the Punisher. Huh, I guess I do have a Megadeth shirt. Hangar 18. This song has 11 solos and is only 5 minutes. That fact alone should be enough to show you how energetic this album is. This is a classic song and it never gets old. Take No Prisoners. This song is unrelenting madness. I love it. Good enough. Five Magics. This song is creepy and then bonkers out of nowhere. Actually, first it's like bonkers for like 2 seconds, and then it's creepy for like a little bit too long, but it's the perfect amount, and then bonkers out of nowhere again, but not the same kind of bonkers. However, the 5 magics are as follows: alchemy, sorcery, wizardry, thermatology, and electricity. Thermatology is not even a real word and basically means heat therapy. And electricity is not even magic. But I was intrigued by the meaning of this song and came to find out that it's based off of a fantasy novel called The Master of 5 Magics by Lyndon Hardy. The 5 magics in the book are alchemy, sorcery, wizardry. So far, so good. So what? Thaumaturgy, which I'm guessing is where he got the term thermatology from, but thaumaturgy means the performance of miracles. And the last magic is magic, not electricity, just magic. Why am I over here? Poison Was the Cure starts off slow and then slaps you in the face with some bonkers riffage. I love it. Lucretia is a very groovy song about Dave Mustaine high on drugs hallucinating a ghost named Lucretia in his attic. I think it's just about the fact that there was a ghost named Lucretia in his attic, but he was probably high on drugs, because when wasn't he? Tornado of Souls is a great song about breakup. I never understood the lyrics and always just thought it was a literal tornado made out of ghosts. But this song has one of the best solos of all time. Maybe even the greatest solo in thrash metal, if I do say so myself. But I don't know. Maybe not the best solo in all of metal, but definitely the best solo in thrash metal. In my opinion. But you know, my opinion's fact. Dawn Patrol is groovy but really weird. And why does he have to suck his lips at the end? Like, get out of my ear.
Get the fuck out of my ear!
And I always wondered what British lad they had that they got for the singing. And I looked it up, and it's just Dave. It's just Dave again. Rust in Peace, Polaris. This song is the best on the album. It shows the raw, visceral energy as well as the immense precision of this album. And the ending just lets the song go in instrumentally bonkers. The riff just keeps going and going and going and going. It's awesome. It's my favorite part of the album. Favorite part of the whole album. I think the only part that tops it is either Tornado of Souls, the solo, or all the solos in Hangar 18. They're just bonkers. My Creation is very weird. It took me a while to like it, but it's fine. It's a song about Frankenstein. It's like 30 seconds long. This album is the greatest thrash metal album of all time, next to Master of Puppets. It shows how you let the instruments make the song. It shows how you play a riff for the perfect amount of time. It shows mastery and technical musical composition. It shows staccato musical precision on an ungodly level. Every song is outstanding. The energy of this album is unmatched by anything else I've heard in my entire life. Don't do drugs, kids. Do Rust in Peace. This album makes me feel like I'm high on crack cocaine. 42 out of 42 points. 100% S tier.
Hello, me. Meet the real me.
Now we begin Megadeth's second era, which I like to compare to Metallica's Black Album. It's more accessible and less heavy, but it's still just as good as their first era. Countdown to Extinction. Skin O' My Teeth. A very fun and groovy song, I love it. Symphony of Destruction. This is the Enter Sandman of Megadeth. Non-Megadeth fans love it, but Megadeth fans have heard it a million times. But it's popular for a reason. Yes, I'm leaving the burp in there, deal with it. Architecture of Aggression. Very cool riff, and the style of the chorus. Yes, my notes say word for word, and the style of the chorus. I have no idea what I tried to write there, and I like the style of the chorus, maybe. Very unique song. Foreclosure of a Dream is a lighter song, basically a ballad, and I love how the lyrics are sung. Sweating Bullets. This is the goofy song of the album, but it's still good, and the instrumental solo that starts 2 minutes in is great. This Was My Life. This is one of the best songs on the album. Heavy and melodic and all good. Countdown to Extinction, one of the best Megadeth songs. It has a very emphatic chorus riff that I love. High Speed Dirt. This fun song is not about driving fast. It's about falling fast. It's about skydiving. He doesn't crash a motorcycle in the end. He splats on the ground. Psychotron. I have no idea what this song's about. How can something be part machine and part man but not be a cyborg? That doesn't make sense. That's literally the definition of cyborg. But the song is great. Captive Honor. Another classic Megadeth song. The spoken lines in the song give me some Peace Sells vibes. Once the song gets started, it's pretty great. Ashes in Your Mouth. Ashes in Your Mouth is my favorite song on this album, and one of my favorite Megadeth songs in general. It has so many different riffs in it, and the solo is great. I had my own stuff, but that's basically... Crown of Worms. This bonus track is really good, but don't buy the remaster just for this bonus track, because Megadeth remasters are ass. Always buy the original Megadeth album, and then buy the bonus track separate, except for So Far So Good, So What. Anyway, I like Crown of Worms. Summary. Countdown to Extinction is a great next step for Megadeth after obviously realizing it's impossible to top Rust in Peace. Every song slaps. This whole album is a great vibe. 51 out of 51 points, 100% points, S tier. Yeah, I'm putting it at S tier. Deal with it.
This is so fucking unbelievably huge, it's gotta be a joke. 40 double D. All right, where did this come from? You? Yeah, right, you homo. Some guy's waving at me. This is more woman than you can handle, brother. Wow. It's almost like a hat, isn't it? Listen.
Youthanasia, Reckoning Day. I love the emotional chorus. Train of Consequences, nice riff and vocals. Addicted to Chaos is my favorite song from the album. The pre-chorus and chorus riffs are very emphatic, and the chorus is overall very emotional. A Tootly Monde, Megadeth's best ballad. Great vocals, great solo, I love it. Yippee! Yippee! Elysian Fields is a very cool song, and the chorus is also very good. The Killing Road, a sick opening riff to a groover of a song. Blood of Heroes. I love how emotional yet groovy it is. It balances emotion and grooviness very emotionally groovily. Family Tree. Let me show you how I love you, but keep it in the family tree. For the longest time I was like, this song can't just be about incest. Well, I looked it up, and it is just about incest. Great song though. Youthanasia. This song is great. I Thought I Knew It All, another banger. Black Curtains. Look, I have a Megadeth reference in my own room. I'm hilarious. Victory. This is a really fun song that references a lot of older Megadeth songs. It's fun to listen to the lyrics and try to pick out what songs it's referencing. Millennium of the Blind original version. This is a very interesting song. It's short but sweet and mostly an instrumental, but it's still good. Its main riff was used for the beginning of 1,000 Times Goodbye. Absolution. A very beautiful ballad. The beginning was reused for the slow part of Trust. Summary. This album is full of great songs with great catchy riffs and great catchy choruses. The lyrics are great, and Dave's singing is probably the best on this album. This album combines emotional melodies and groovy riffs in a very nice way. 56 out of 56 points, 100% points. Even though it's still not as heavy as their earlier stuff, every song is still a classic and shows Megadeth was still great at making songs. S tier. Hidden Treasures. No More Mr. Nice Guy. A very fun cover of an Alice Cooper song that was made for Wes Craven's Shocker. Yes, the Wes Craven that made the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Breakpoint. Breakpoint is a very unique and catchy song that was made for the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yes, that one. That Mario movie had a Megadeth song in it. Go to Hell is the song that was made for Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the sequel to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Angry Again, an absolute classic that was made for the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Last Action Hero. 99 Ways to Die. This is another banger that was made for the Beavis and Butthead movie, Beavis and Butthead Experience. Paranoid. This was a very cool cover of Black Sabbath's Paranoid for Nativity in Black, a tribute to Black Sabbath Volume 1. Diadems is a really, really beautiful song that was made for a movie called Demon Knight. Problems is a pretty cool Sex Pistols cover that was not used for a movie. New World Order original version. The best song on this album was a bonus track. This is the first available way you were able to listen to this song worldwide. It's technically called a demo, and it was already on a bonus track of Youthanasia, but it was actually a demo on that album. It sounded like garbage, but on this EP, it's actually finished, so I don't know why it's called a demo, but it's a great song. Summary. 33 out of 33 points, 100% points. This album isn't a straight-up masterpiece, but every song slaps. A tier. Now we enter the third era of Megadeth. This is like Megadeth's Load era. This is Megadeth doing rock. That voice crack was horrendous. But let's not judge it too quickly. Let's see what they do. That was a cringe thing I wrote in my notes. Wow, okay. Cryptic Writings. Trust. Feels big and bombastic. The intro is awesome. This song gets stuck in my head a lot. Almost Honest has a nice riff. The chorus has that echoey guitar vibe to it. Use the Man is a nice darker song that has a great climax at the end. Mastermind. Mastermind is a pretty neat song. The chorus is a nice groove and the riff is cool, also good. The Disintegrators. The beginning, I spelled beginning wrong. The beginning of this song sticks in my head so much. This song is one of the best songs on the album. I'll Get Even is a pretty good one. It's slower, but it has that echoey guitar vibe in the verse. Sin. This one's a little different. The verse riff is rockish, but the chorus gives me a little bit of Countdown to Extinction vibes, if I do say so myself. A Secret Place, another banger that I liked since I was little. Very emphatic riffs and chorus. This one feels like Youthanasia a little bit. Have Cool Will Travel. This is a good song. It has song rock sections. What does that mean? Whatever. Some sections that remind me of Countdown to Extinction. And it has a ballad part. But I'm not sure how I feel about that harmonica. She-Wolf is the best song on this album. Vortex, great riffs, and a very cool chorus. FFF is another banger. The chorus is really interesting and I like it. Summary. This album is very weird, especially for Megadeth. Like some songs in Load and Reload were borderline country, the echoey guitars, occasional harmonica, and other effects give this album a very unique, almost Western feeling, while also still being Megadeth, as some riffs almost sound like they could have been on Countdown to Extinction or Youthanasia. 47 out of 47 points, 100% points. Although I would say this album is flawless, I don't think it matches the overall strength with the other albums in S tier, so I'm going to have to put it in A tier. Risk. Insomnia. I'm cutting that out. Has a really balls on a stick, you know what I'm saying? Risk. Insomnia has a really cool intro, the original version we're talking about. This song isn't amazing, but it's pretty catchy. Prince of Darkness. The beginning of this song has some really cheesy lines. As in, I am more violent than violence and more deadly than death. The song does have some pretty neat riffs and a really spooky section towards the end that I like. Enter the Arena. Why is this a separate song from Crush 'Em? Just smush them two together. It's 52 seconds. Crush 'Em already has a long intro that I actually enjoy, which you could have just shoved it's only 52 seconds, just shove it on the beginning of it. But it's nothing too special. I do really like that intro. Breadline. It's a pretty good song. It's slower and it's more emotional, but I like the chorus. The Doctor's Calling is okay, but I do like the riff. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Poop. I'll Be There is emotional, but a little bit too mellow for me. Like, it's trying to be happy. It doesn't really, but not in like a power metal sort of way, like in a pop song sort of way. It doesn't really do anything interesting for me. I don't dislike it though. Wanderlust is pretty cool. It reminds me of Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. One of the only few good Bon Jovi songs. But what is that ba-ba-ba-ba-ba thing like 20 seconds in? Ecstasy is okay. I do really like the chorus though. 7? 7's cool. I like 7. Some nice grooves in 7. Time the Beginning. This song is good. It's kind of sad. But why is it not connected with the next one? This is the second song in this album that was split in half. Why? Time, the end. This is the better half. It's heavier and I like this. I like the riffs. I see why they split it, but the end is so much better that it basically makes the beginning sound like an intro to this one because it is, and it would have been better as a whole. Summary. I used to hate this album for good reason. If you listen to Rust in Peace and then listen to this, you'll be like, what is this garbage?
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
When someone wants to listen to Megadeth, I guarantee you they're not thinking of Risk unless they're weird. There's no bad songs on this album, though. 52 out of 52, 100%. But some of them are like borderline radio pop rock, especially Breadline and I'll Be There. And overall, this album is just a step down from Cryptic Writings. B tier. Let me tell you a little story. I had this song stuck in my head. Its riff was extremely catchy, but I couldn't figure out what the song was. I had it stuck in my head for so long that I asked Reddit what the song was. Hey yo, what's that song that goes? They told me it was Eye of the Beholder by Metallica. I accepted it, but deep down I knew it was the wrong answer. So, first, this guy answers Eye of the Beholder by Metallica, and I'm like, it sounds really close. So I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, thanks bro. And he says, so then someone else replies, sounds like it to me, gotta reply, solve to close it. But then I listened back, and I'm like, I don't think that's it. But I said solved, and then he said, not to me, the one who solved it. So I just said solved to him again, because I knew deep down inside that Eye of the Beholder was the wrong Dave Mustaine band. Eventually, I saw a video clip with this song in the background. I Shazammed that song so quick. Eye of the Beholder. Sorry, wrong Dave Mustaine band. It's Kill the King by Megadeth. This song is the first track on Capital Punishment, The Megadeth Years. Capital Punishment is a compilation album, but unlike an album like S&M where all the songs were different versions, I have to exclude all of the songs I've already went over, which leaves 2 songs left. I already went over Kill the King, which leaves Capital Punishment. This is a weird hidden track at the end of the album. It's kind of like a distorted compilation fanfare of a bunch of previous Megadeth songs. It's fine. Just a little Easter egg. Summary, these new additions are fine. I think that just Kill the King, not the album as a whole, obviously, is the beginning of Megadeth's 4th era. The Return. 9 out of 9 points, 100% A tier. The World Needs a Hero. Disconnect. Has a great hook. Overall, this song is great. Great riffs, great chorus, great song. The World Needs a Hero. The first half of this song is more spoken word than music, but it wouldn't be Megadeth without speaking, would it? Peace Sells and Sweating Bullets did the same thing, and once this song gets going, it's pretty good. Motorcycle is the hit of the album. It's catchy but still creative. "1,000 Times Goodbye." The intro riff of this song came from Millennium of the Blind, original version. But the main riff is what convinces me that Dave Mustaine wrote the bridge riff from No Remorse by Metallica. I have to say, the women's spoken word at the end is a little annoying, but I think that's on purpose. Burning Bridges. This is a very good song. I like the pre-chorus riff, and the chorus is emphatic, and I like the singing. Promises. This is the first ballad Megadeth made since A Tout Le Monde. The chorus could probably make me cry if I let it. It's basically a Romeo-Juliet situation, two lovers who can't love. I will meet you in the next life where we can be together. I will wait till then in heaven. And the solo is great. Recipe for Hate, Warhorse. This is the first ... song since Rust in Peace, Polaris. The beginning is pretty good, but that transition slaps and the solos are very cool. Losing My Senses. This song is almost a ballad. The chorus is a very lyric. What the f... Even though it came from the philosopher Soren Kierkegaard, it's still a cool line that I love. Life can only be understood in reverse, but must be lived forwards. Dread and the Fugitive Mind. Best song on this album. The intro is straight out of Countdown to Extinction. The riffs are great. The second half of this song is great with the transition and the solo. I love it. Silent Scorn is a cool instrumental track that is quite triumphant. But why is it separated from the next song? It's an intro to the next song, and is only 1 minute and 45 seconds. An intro to what, you may be asking? Well, it's an intro to the sequel to Hangar 18, Return to Hangar. What? Basically just Hangar 18 again, but in a different style and with different lyrics. More of Great is still good. When? This is where Dave finally used the riff he made that Metallica stole for Call of Cthulhu. It seems to also reuse that No Remorse riff again, but it's a little different. This is the longest Megadeth song, clocking it at 9 minutes and 17 seconds. But it's good all the way through. So you didn't split their 9-minute song up, but you split Silent Scorn from Return to Hangar. Oh, God forbid we have a song that's almost 6 minutes and then pump out a complete 9-minute long song. What? Coming Home. This is the bonus track that almost feels like it should have been on Cryptic Writings. It's another ballad, and I honestly thought it was a cover at first. Summary. For a while, I honestly thought that this album was released in the same era as Countdown to Extinction and Youthanasia. That just shows you how good this album is, and how much it does actually sound like that era of Megadeth. Every song on this album is great, and there's a few that are awesome. 61 out of 61 points, 100%. But I can't say that every song's a banger. In Countdown to Extinction and Youthanasia, every song was a banger by itself, but I can't say this song, but I can't say that about this album. A tier. Okay, as I'm editing this video, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? This album is S tier, bro. I love this album. I still stick with what I said about every song on this album not being as good as every song on like Youthanasia or Countdown to Extinction. I think it would be like the bottom of S tier, and if it were A tier, it would be the top of A tier. I think just because every song on this album is actually really good. Not as good as the other songs, but really good. And there's no bad songs, and there's no real flaw that I can pick out and say, yeah, that's not S tier material. It still squeaks by into S tier, at least. Chicken butt. The system has failed. Blackmail the universe. When I first heard this song, I said to myself, holy crap, this album sounds like Rust in Peace. Again. This song has great unrelenting riffs, great singing, great transitions, and a great solo. The thrash is back, ladies and gentlemen. Die Dead Enough. Very emphatic chorus. Good song. Kick the Chair. Best song on the album. The riffs are technical and precise, and that's just what I love from Megadeth. The Scorpion has a great structure with a great chorus. Tears in a Vial. Pretty great song, nothing to complain about here. I Know Jack. Pretty cool intro that hypes you up for, but should have also been included because you know how I feel about splitting songs up in half. And also, it's a reference to one of my favorite presidents, John F. Kennedy. Back in the Day has the Megadeth structure I like, and all the parts of this song are great. But I Know Jack and this one should have been the same song. They separated it. Again, I already talked about that. Something I'm Not is quite a groovy song. Truth Be Told, the chorus gives me some No Prisoners vibes. Of Mice and Men, good emotional song with a great chorus. Shadow of Death is a really weird song by itself, which is why it should have been the beginning of the next song, but it's still a good song. My Kingdom is a pretty good song. Summary, this album is the album that brought thrash back to Megadeth. It makes me feel like I'm on crack again. And it's also the album that they released after Dave Mustaine had his arm paralyzed and had to relearn how to use it. 48 out of 48 points, 100% points, S tier. Am I recording? So you might be very happy that Rattlehead made an appearance in the album cover of The System Has Failed. And saddened to see he's not in the album cover of United Abominations. But he is still in the album cover. He just has skin now. Ew. Sleepwalker. Beautiful intro, some great riffs, great song. I'd play the riff for you, but I can't play it. Washington is Next. This is the song he wrote directly before 9/11 happened, and he was like, oh crap, let me not release this. So I guess 2007 isn't too soon. Great song. Never Walk Alone, Call to Arms. Best song on the album. I love that riff so much, and the chorus is great too. United Abominations, pretty good song. I love how the chorus is structured, how it says United Abomination, you know. Gears of War is a pretty damn good song. Blessed Are the Dead. Megadeth made Mechanics because they don't want to talk about the Four Horsemen. Then they made a song about where they talk about the Four Horsemen. Great song, great chorus. Pay for Blood, what a groover. Totally Mine, Set Me Free, featuring Christina Scab. So this song technically is a different version of the song. So I count it as a different song. I personally don't like the addition of Christina's ad-libs. Although she is a good singer. I don't know who would listen to this over the original. I don't know why they decided to make a less good version of the original song. 4 points subtracted. If you think I'm being harsh, I have 5 albums in S tier, and the rest are in A tier. I need to be a little harsh, or I'll be putting every album in A tier and S tier. America Stan. This one's fine. There's just too much talking in this song. I know I said spoken word is a Megadeth thing, and it's good in a Megadeth song, but I don't want the verses to just be Dave ranting about how much he hates the government or the Middle East or whatever he's talking about. If he sung about it, I'd be fine, because it's a song where you sing. But the choruses are cool, and these verses just bring me out of the song. So 4 points subtracted. You're Dead, pretty cool song. Burnt Ice, pretty cool song. Out on the Tiles is an okay Led Zeppelin cover. Black Swan original version is a pretty great song. I really love the chorus. It's just a shame you can't get this version of the song anymore. Summary. Overall, this album is great except for the 2 songs that take me out of it. 56 minus 4 minus 4 equals 48 points. 48 out of 56 equals 86%. A tier. Warchest. Warchest is a giant compilation of a bunch of stuff, including unreleased tracks and interviews and stuff. Since it's a compilation album, I have to include only the new songs. Strange Ways is a pretty good Kiss cover. One Thing is a pretty good song. The reason I'm including it in Warchest, even though it was a Japanese bonus track, if I can talk correctly, on Cryptic Writings, is because this is the only real available way to listen to it internationally now. Duke Nukem Theme. I never thought a band as big as Megadeth would cover a video game theme, but here we are, and it's amazing. Never Say Die, great cover of a Black Sabbath song, and he actually kind of sounds like Ozzy Osbourne a little bit sometimes, maybe. Summary. These new songs are pretty cool. 15 out of 15 points, 100% A tier.
Does it sound like there's a seal in labor here somewhere? Oh, you. Every village has its asshole and you're it. See, that's what happens when cousins fuck. Yeah. Put your hands up. Who's the idiot? Put your hands down. You fucking asshole. 60,000 sperm and you're the one that won. What a fucking loser. Anyways, I'm going to dedicate this song to you, shit for brains. This next song is called Head Crusher.
Endgame. Dialectic Chaos is a very cool instrumental intro. This Day maybe it should have been the same song connected to the next song, because I mean not much happens in Dialectic Chaos. This Day We Fight. Oh my god, too much cocaine. The chorus is pretty cool. 44 minutes. The emphatic chorus is pretty cool. 1,320. Pretty good Cargo Fast song. Bite the Hand. The riff is groovy. Bodies. I like the chorus. Endgame is pretty good. The Harvest. I have dyslexia, I swear. Oh my god. The Hardest. How did I read that as harvest? Am I stupid or something? The hardest part of letting go, sealed with a kiss. A very ballady song, very enjoyable. Head Crusher. Best song on this album. That opening is ridiculous and the chorus is crushing. Get it? How the Story Ends. I like the riffs, very enjoyable. The Right to Go Insane. Good emphatic chorus, good song. Summary. Pretty good album. 44 out of 44 points, 100%. This is a very enjoyable album. But there's no way this album is getting S tier. I'm sorry. In fact, all of these songs don't really blow me away either. Dare I say they sound a little samey. B tier. Wait, did I just put this album on the same level as Risk? Yes, I did. Risk isn't that bad. It's just half cringe. 13. Rattlehead's back again, but now he's facing the wrong way. Sudden Death. That intro is cool, like around your head. That's awesome. The chorus is great. Public Enemy #1, very catchy chorus. It's cheesy, but I like it. Whose Life Is It Anyways? I like this song. We the People, pretty enjoyable song. Guns, Drugs, and Money. This song bores me. I'm sorry. It's boring. It feels too slow and doesn't really do anything. 4 points subtracted. Never Dead. I like the chorus. This one's pretty good. New World Order 13 version. Same logic as the Etude Le Monde remake. There's a better version of this song that already exists. I don't like the guitar tone, and his voice is not as good as the original version. 4 points subtracted. Fast Lane. Very good Cargo Fast song. That transition slaps. Black Swan 13 version. A better version already exists. Too bad this is the only one you can get. 4 points subtracted. Wrecker. This is a pretty good song. Millennium of the Blind 13 version. A better version of this song already exists. 4 points subtracted. Deadly Nightshade. That chorus riff reminds me of Hardwired by Metallica. The album in general, like the album sound in general. Pretty good song though. 13. This song is about the fact that he's released 13 albums. It's also a good song. Summary. This album's fine. It just uses remakes of songs they've already made as filler. I could knock that down for being a flaw, but I've already subtracted 16 points. 57 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 equals 41 points. 41 out of 57 points is 71 points. B tier? Yeah. This album isn't that good. Even if it were, whether I decide to knock it because of its flaw, because it, used remakes as filler, or because of the songs that it reused because they're not as good, so you'd rather listen to the other songs, so that logic. Whether or not I do either of those, it's going in B tier. And it's still B tier. Like, it's not a bad album. I'm not saying it's a bad album. It's just I don't think it's as good as the other ones. Super Collider. If you're sad that Rattlehead isn't in this album cover, well, think again, because he is. See him? Yeah, me neither. Kingmaker, very enjoyable song. Super Collider. The first time I heard this song, I hated it. It's cheesy, but it's not bad. Burn, my favorite song on this album. Although the verse riff is too similar to Burning Bridges, the chorus is great. Built for War. This song is pretty enjoyable. Off the Edge. This song is pretty enjoyable. Dance in the Rain featuring David Draymond. I like this song. I really like the ending. Beginning of Sorrow. This is another really good song. I like the chorus. The Blackest Crow. 4 points subtracted. Forget to Remember. This song is pretty good. Don't Turn Your Back. This song is heavy. I like it. Cold Sweat. This song is pretty enjoyable. I like the verses. All I Want. I can't tell if I like it or not. This song confuses me. 3 points subtracted. A House Divided. I can't tell if I like it or not. This song confuses me. 4 points subtracted. Summary. 52 minus 4 minus 3 minus 4 equals 41. 41 out of 52 is 79% points. B tier. Why does this album get so much hate? Like, it's the worst Megadeth album, but I wouldn't call it bad. There. Happy. Dystopia. The threat is real. Finally, a good Megadeth song. Great opening, great riffs, great chorus, although this riff is just straight out of Ashes in Your Mouth. Dystopia, I like the riffs and verses, very good. Fatal Illusion, these riffs are awesome. Death from Within, this song is very cool. Bullet to the Brain, this song gets stuck in my head so much. Post-American World is pretty good. Poisonous Shadows, this one reminds me of United Abominations, very cool. Look Who's Talking. The verses are kind of talky, but the chorus is emphatic. Conquer or Die, very cool instrumental. Lying in State, although this is just the Blackmail, the Universe riff, it is a good song, and the is pretty cool. The Emperor, very cool song. Nice Megadeth vibe from this one. Last Dying Wish. This one has some pretty interesting riffs. I like it. Foreign Policy. This song is pretty cool. The verses are punky, but not too punky. And the chorus is interesting and catchy. It's a cover of a song by a band called Fear, which I didn't know existed until now. Me Hate You. This is a fun song that gives me United Abomination vibes. Melt the Ice Away. This one has nice riffs. Summary. This album is the first great Megadeth album since United Abominations. Every song slaps in its own way. 60 out of 60 points, 100%. However, I don't think it reaches S tier level. Not all the songs are perfected from start to finish. I don't think Megadeth is going to reach the level of S tier that they had with like Rust in Peace, but it would be like at the top of A, like near the top of A tier. A tier.
You say you could play as good as me? Fucking, I'd like to see you. Shut up. Just shut up now. You've had your 15 seconds. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. All right? You've had your second. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. All right. If I have to say it one more time, I'm going to ask the security to take your fucking drunken ass out of here. Do you hear me? See, that's what happens when cousins fuck.
The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. The riffs are heavy and melodic. I like the yeah, yeahs after the lines in the chorus. Life in Hell. Banger of a chaotic riff. The chorus is catchy. Night Stalkers featuring Ice-T. I have a love-hate relationship with this song. The riff is great, and I love the chorus. It might be the best chorus on this album. However, I know that Ice-T is in this song, so I'm excited to see this song hit a transition and drop down at Ice-T spitting bars. But what happens is after a chorus, the song just kind of dies down into a steady rhythm while Ice-T talks. He doesn't even rap like slowly, he just says words. And then the song just goes back to the same riff. Like he says one little paragraph. And then the song goes and does another transition, which actually sounds pretty good, but it doesn't give you nearly enough of it, and just goes right back into the same riff again, and then finishes the song off. What is the point of having two transitions if they don't even change up the song, and then just go back to the same riff, which I like, but it gets old after you just keep repeating it and faking me out with transitions. And it's almost 7 minutes long. Why? 7 minutes, 7 points subtracted. Dogs of Chernobyl. This song has a great intro, an emphatic chorus, and a great transition. Sacrifice. This song is great, but Dave Mustaine messes up the first line. Listen to a tale of tragic sacrifice. Just retake the line, Dave. Goodness. Junkie. Good riffs. The song is pretty good. Psychopathy. Why is this song not part of the next one? Killing Time. This one's pretty cool. I like the chorus. Soldier On. The beginning riff sound has a really weird quality to it that catches my ear right away. The verses are fine, and the chorus is emphatic and is one of the best on the album. Celebutant. This one's good. Nice heavy transition. Mission to Mars. This one is really interesting. I like it, but the I wanna be an astronaut, I wanna part is really weird to me. We'll Be Back. Very fast riff and spastic verses and another really good chorus. And then the ending transition is very nice. Police Truck. Nice jumpy riff. It's the most different one on the album because it's a Dead Kennedys cover. The Planet's on Fire. Burn in Hell. This is another cover that is very enjoyable. Very fun song. And they even let the original singer join in. Summary. Very good songs in this album, although some of them tend to not have as many transitions as I'd like from a Megadeth song, which make the song sound repetitive. But you can't be as good as Rust in Peace. 62 out of 62 points, 100% A tier. So apparently I forgot that I took off 7 points because of Night Stalkers, which would mean that that's 62 minus 7, which is 55. 55 out of 62 is 88%, which is still A tier, so I guess it didn't matter in the end anyway. Delivering the Goods is a single. It is a good Judas Priest cover, 4 out of 4 points, 100% A tier. And with that, I am done. So in conclusion, this is our final tier list. Notice anything interesting? Notice anything different? Yeah, it's a lot more top heavy than Metallica's tier list, isn't it? It seems like Megadeth is better. So Megadeth is better in consistency. I think Metallica's good songs are better than Megadeth's good songs, but Megadeth makes more good songs, if you know what I'm saying. But here's the thing. This is just looking at each album as an album objectively, If we were to compare each album in terms of Megadeth, like Megadeth was the only band, if we compared each one, like comparatively instead of objectively, as an album objectively, like comparatively, like comparing the albums to each other, and ignoring the numbers, it would be more like, I think looking at it comparatively, it would look a lot more like this, which is a lot more evened out, but objectively, I think this is a more objective tier list objectively, so yeah, that's the end of that video. That took me way too long to edit. You trying to take his balls? Oh yeah, and I can also do this. Bonus material. So I thought I'd throw this in last minute. A while ago I made a bunch of AI generated Megadeth pictures. So here is Dave Mustaine making a milkshake. Here is Megadeth album cover of Dave Mustaine making a milkshake. Here's another one. And then I put in the prompt to title the album cover Dave made a milkshake ... and it's creamy. So here's that. And then here it is again. And that there's two Daves. And then here's another one. And then I went to smoothies, so here's this one. And then here's that one. And then I went back to milkshakes, because milkshakes are funnier. And there's another one. And then now Dave Mustaine is shopping at a grocery store. Here's another one. And another one. And now if you stay tuned, you'll hear what the next album tier list is going to be. Ooh.
40 double D.
Okay.